Stop budgeting wrong. The salary-based system that actually works. What if I told you most budgeting advice is completely useless for you? Not because budgeting doesn't work, but because it's not designed for your salary. The same system that works for someone earning 100,000 pesos a month could completely destroy someone earning 20,000 pesos. And yet, everyone online keeps repeating the same generic advice. Just save 20%. Just invest. Just cut expenses. But what if your income barely covers your survival? Today, I'm going to show you a completely different way to manage your money. A system that adjusts to your income, your lifestyle, and your reality. This is called salary-specific budgeting. And once you understand this, your entire financial life changes. Scene 1. Why most budgets fail. Let's be honest. Most people don't fail because they're bad with money. They fail because they're following a system that was never built for them. Here's the biggest problem. Most budgeting advice assumes you have extra money. But what if you don't? If you earn 18,000 pesos a month and someone tells you to save 20%, that's 3,600 pesos. Now ask yourself, where exactly is that money supposed to come from? Rent? Food? Transportation? This is why people feel guilty, frustrated, and eventually give up. Because the system feels impossible. But here's the truth. Budgeting is not about following rules. It's about adapting to your financial level. And that's where salary-specific budgeting comes in. Scene 2. What is salary-specific budgeting? Salary-specific budgeting means one simple thing. Your budget should change based on how much you earn. Not everyone should. Save the same percentage. Spend the same way. Invest at the same pace. Instead, your strategy evolves as your income grows. Think of it like levels in a game. Each salary bracket unlocks a new strategy. And today, I'm going to break down 4 income levels and exactly what you should do at each one. Scene 3. Level 1. Survival Mode. 10,000 25,000 pesos. If you're in this range, listen carefully, because most advice online will hurt you. At this level, your priority is not investing. It's not aggressive saving. Your priority is survival plus stability. Your budget focus, 70 to 80% needs, 10 to 20% flexible, 0 to 10% savings. Yes, you heard that right. Sometimes saving is not the main goal. Because if you try to force savings, you'll end up using it again anyway. What you should focus on: paying bills on time, avoiding debt traps, stabilizing your cash flow. At this stage, consistency matters more than saving big. Even saving 500 pesos consistently is better than forcing 3,000 and failing. Biggest mistake at this level: trying to copy higher income strategies. This leads to burnout and frustration. Scene 4. Level 2. Building stage. 25K to 50K. Now things get interesting. You're no longer just surviving. You're starting to breathe. This is where real financial progress begins. Your budget structure: 60% NEDs, 20% savings, 20% lifestyle. Your priorities: build an emergency fund, 3 to 6 months. Start small investments. Control lifestyle inflation. This is where discipline matters most, because your income is growing. But so are your temptations. Biggest trap is lifestyle inflation. You earn more, so you spend more. And suddenly, you're still broke, just at a higher level. If you're starting to see where you fit in these levels, make sure you subscribe, because in the next videos, I'll break down exact budgeting templates, step-by-step saving systems, and how to escape each income level faster. Trust me, you don't want to miss that. Scene 5. Level 3. Growth Mode. 50K to 100K. This is where money starts working for you, but also where people make silent mistakes. Budget breakdown: 50% in ES, 30% investments, 20% lifestyle. Focus areas: scaling investments, building multiple income streams, long-term wealth strategy. At this stage, saving is not enough anymore. You need your money to grow. Smart moves: stocks/index funds, side businesses, skill upgrades. Biggest mistake: thinking you've arrived. This is dangerous, because comfort kills growth. Scene 6. Level 4. Wealth building. 100K plus. Now we're playing a different game. It's no longer about budgeting. It's about wealth optimization. Budget strategy: 40% in NEDs, 40% investments, 20% lifestyle. Focus on asset accumulation, passive income, financial freedom. At this stage, every peso has a job. Wealth moves the following: real estate, business scaling, portfolio diversification. Biggest risk: lifestyle explosion. Luxury can quietly destroy your future. Scene 7. The real secret. Here's what most people never realize. The goal is not to budget perfectly. The goal is to level up your income bracket. Because budgeting alone won't make you rich. It just helps you survive until your income grows. So always ask yourself, what's my next level and how do I get there? Scene 8. Practical system. Here's a simple framework you can use today. Step 1. Identify your income level. Step 2. Apply the correct budget ratio. Step 3. Track only 3 categories: needs, savings, investments, lifestyle. Step 4. Adjust monthly. That's it. No complicated spreadsheets. No overwhelming rules. Linked. If this video changed how you see money, then don't stop here, because this is just the beginning. On this channel, we're building smarter earners, smarter investors, and financially unstoppable people. So hit subscribe and start taking control of your money, one level at a time. Because your salary doesn't define your future. Your system does.